Alright, so the only two things left that I can think of doing are going past the cargo rocket island in this direction, and going back to that blood kelp cave that I found at the very beginning, and going beneath 100 meters and seeing if it goes anywhere interesting. I strongly suspect that kelp cave just sort of goes to more kelp cave, there's nothing down there. And if there is, that sounds, you know, decently in-game, so it probably isn't going to be finished if it does exist. I should say now, since we're doing mostly unfinished stuff at this point, what am I looking at? Just some glowing plant, probably. Hi, bone sharks. Oh, hey, diamonds! I should say now, since we're going into mostly unfinished territory, that what is finished so far, I absolutely love. And also, this stuff is pretty cool as well. I think this is actually finished. It might go somewhere unfinished. That would be unsurprising. Because this is the path the rock punchers have carved out, right? This is really cool. This part wasn't in the other volcanic area, or at least if it was, I wasn't able to find it. This stuff is very cool, though. I like this. Everything so far that I've interacted with and thought was finished, I've loved. And honestly, going into all the broken, unfinished stuff has been pretty cool, too. I got spun around so hard there that I don't even know where the fucking island is. Send help. Alright, island's there. No, that's wrong. That shouldn't be that tall. Calm down, blood kelp. Or, calm down, creepvine. You're not even on the ground! Go home, you're drunk! Bone shark still sounding absolutely terrifying, as always. Something in the base game, if I'm remembering right, I feel like the rock punchers are supposed to actually be punching the rock and you can hear them at the distance. I want that. I want to hear them punching things. So this is looking a bit ominous. Can I go on top of this? Probably not, right? Oh, I can. My robot is saying stuff to me, but it's in the broken, unfinished state, so let's see what it's got. Okay, so we have spied on our sister. Let's see what it is. Actually, let's go through all our logs. I haven't read about glow wheels yet, and I obviously should. Okay, so we actually have a briefing on Sector 0 for the search and rescue mission. We also have some other stuff that's more ominous, but we apparently found his suit at the cargo rocket. I did not notice this. His trajectory indicates that he went towards deep sea section Kappa at 150 meters, but I've got no idea what that is. So, I might be in the right area. Could be. There is coincidentally a deceased Leviathan 150 meters deep beneath the ice floes. That could be interesting. And Omega Base was abandoned due to local threat levels. It's less than 100 meters deep. That's really that's surprising to me. I would not think that. How are threat levels that high at such low depth? Bone Shark is still a bone shark. It's an asshole. Stalker is still a stalker. Basically a dog. Glow Whale is absolutely phenomenal. It's got the best lore of any creature in the game. As you can see, it is a whale that glows. Got him. Okay, so moving on. Got the lore out of the way. Let's see if there's actually anything over here, because, it feels like the answer is going to be hell now. Also, we can see, like, unfinished bits of the ground all the way from up here. So, I'm sort of expecting at some point I'm just going to wander into an unfinished area and be like, oh yeah, there's nothing here. And then fucking scream in horror as it turns out they just filled this area with Leviathans like they filled the other unfinished area with glow whales. Yeah, a little bit. I'm a little bit unhappy about that notion. But let's go. Let's figure out what's down here. It can't be that bad. We got pickerids down here. Surely if there were giant, horrific monsters, they wouldn't be down here with the pickerids, right? Oh, whoa, this is actually... Are we in Twisty Bridges again? This is not Twisty Bridges. Oh, where am I? I'm in actually something new. Fuck? Is that the Sea Emperor? That's the fucking Sea Emperor, isn't it? No, you get back here! Please? He is so fast. It is definitely a Sea Emperor, though. Oh, the sun's out now. This area is amazing. I can't possibly scan him because he's so fast. Oh, there's no power in that. Can I scan his back? No, I'm gonna have to scan his head. That's never going to happen. What is... Oh, that's the Stalker getting pushed around. Oh, I can't scan the Sea Emperor, though. Oh, at first that was absolutely horrifying. I thought I was 100% dead to the Kraken. Okay, so this is actually really cool and very much in the You all saw what just happened when I took the scanner out, right? Oh, hey, we put rabbit rays in this. It makes sense the Sea Emperor's here, right? They'd have to, like, migrate to the planet, and anywhere there's life, they'd have to be there. So yeah, that's not that weird. My first response was 100% it's the Kraken, then, oh, I'm still dead, it's the Sea Dragon. It took me a bit to process, but I'm probably safe. Right, let's save our lives. Shit! Do solar panels work at 250 meters? I mean, I can clearly see sunlight.
Warning. Emergency power.
Wouldn't you believe that none of the sunlight works on the solar panel?
Offline.
Life is hell. However, it is a full base, so I think I just respawn where I've drowned, right? Mission accomplished, it's just a lot nastier now. Yeah, everything's fine. That's a lot dumber than the intended plan, but it works. Don't mind me just using game mechanics in their intended fashion. Probably should have bought some spare batteries with me. Oh well. Gel sacks and rubies around. I don't really see a point in picking them up though, because we're clearly past the point where that's a thing. Is it F1 that shows the biomes? What's this called? The lily pads. Right, yeah, this is, there was concept art for this. This is the thing that was replaced with the floating islands, presumably, in vanilla. Wait, if I go down further, do I get sunlight? Is it the filter changing, or did it just turn to night? So when I go over there, the filter becomes blue when I go blind, I think? It's a rough life. So the filters here need work, obviously. Because it doesn't make any sense that going down is allowing me to see what's going on. Now, this is obviously very unfinished, but very cool. There's also a very good chance that in the final version of the game, the Sea Emperor... Oh, he's swimming with the whales. He's swimming with a lot of whales. As I was previously saying, there's a very high chance that... God, that is a little bit on the terrifying side. There's a very good chance that he's not going to be here in the final version of the game. Also a very good chance there won't be this many whales. God, what's going on? Hey guys, don't mind me, just trying not to drown. So, this definitely qualifies as super, super unfinished, but definitely pretty cool. Is this an... Oh, it's 3 whales. I couldn't tell what I was looking at, because I thought it was one creature. The Sea Emperor Leviathan is definitely not the first Leviathan I was expecting to see. I guess the glow whale is a Leviathan. I should stop talking so much shit about it. Is that the same Sea Emperor? I'm not actually convinced that it is. It probably is. It's just super fast, right? They are really beautiful, but the sheer number of them is a little bit confusing. Also, it makes seeing all of the glow whales coming up out of that crevasse less impressive if it's just like that everywhere. Maybe the blue filter indicates that the game is unfinished and I'm going into the equivalent of the void? That could be what's happening. I mean, I can't see anything, so it feels really unfinished. I'm just gonna keep going out until I drown, maybe? I can make it to the surface in like 20 seconds, so I'll probably keep going out until I'm at 20 seconds and then go up and probably drown because I'll be under the ice. So, how much more map would Subnautica base game have? I know this map is supposed to be smaller. Base game Subnautica was, I think, 2 kilometers squared. Oh, there's just a wall here. Well, shit. Guess that's the end of us exploring. Let's figure out what this wall is. Oh. Yeah, that's normal. So I feel like I've hit the point where it's a guarantee there is nothing out here. That's so obviously unfinished, there's no point. I'm gonna head towards this black broken bit. I'm at about the point where I think I'm going to look up what's left. I don't know if there... that's the thing, right? If I look up what's left, I think I'm gonna end up running into people who are like data mining unfinished models of stuff that's literally not in the game. I'm just gonna slowly swim towards Site 0, see if I run into anything on my way. I'll be back with you guys in a while. I'm trying to figure out what the actual solution is to figure out what I'm missing without running into data miners. Those sounds are not the sounds that glow whales make, right? God... I don't think glow whales make any sounds in this version of the game, actually. Because if they did, it would be cacophonous, right? We'd be hearing so much of it. That looks like there's a hole that goes down, and a part of me just needs to know. Also, I don't know why I keep trying to go to the surface. I'm just going to drown and build a house. Okay, so it looks like it's just draw distance problems. It looks like there's actually not going to be anything down here. Yeah, I was full of shit. There is totally something down here. One thing I will look up between episodes, I'm gonna look up if I can make a battery charger. Because I'm getting to the point where I have, like, dozens of unused batteries. So, what's in this massive trench? Oh, it's the jelly shrooms. I mean, it's probably not literally the jelly shrooms, but it's the jelly shrooms. The scale of them raises some alarming questions about the new jelly shroom snakes, though. Let's go see what this is. Is it just a generic deep sea resource? Oh, it's a lily pad resource. Dope. So we've confirmed that these are 2 different biomes with different purposes. This one is very, very unfinished, though. So I think I'm just going to let myself drown here to pop back up, because I feel as though I've seen everything there is to see in Lilypad now that I've been here. I was sort of expecting some monster to be down here, just like as to show it off. But there's nothing. It's 100% I'm just going to be here till I drown. It's honestly faster to not drown and just leave of my own accord. Which is a bit surprising to me, but yeah, let's swim all the way back up. I'm surprised how much fun I'm having exploring something so obviously unfinished and broken. I don't know, this should be an awful experience, and for some reason it isn't. Wait, are these on the surface? Like, yeah, that's the concept art for it works. Oh, they're covered in ice! These things I thought were ice platforms are the lily pads! Or at least that's the theory I have. Let's see if I can get on top of them. Oh. Well, maybe they aren't covered in ice and I didn't see them? How did I not see them? Wasn't I standing on land and looking in this direction? Oh well. So to continue my trip towards Site Zero, see if I can't find anything that's, you know, real. Oh, can I scan the lily pads? I haven't even tried. Of course not. Well, the answer is no. I don't need to put the battery in because I'm not getting the icon that says you can scan this. What am I looking at? It's probably a bone shark or something, right? Oh, it's a lily pad all the way on the bottom of the ocean, obviously. Fuck, that was... It's fine. God. I know what it is, but when all I can see is it's silhouette, my mind can't parse that it's not that it is the same creature. It's like, oh god, there's something there that's gonna kill us. Also, I'm guessing it's nighttime. I'm 10 meters down and can't see anything. I'm not 100% sure why it's so dark. Like, it is dark, don't get me wrong, but this is a bit much. I'm gonna climb the island again, look around, see if I can't figure out any clues as to places I need to go. Need is clearly the wrong word. Places I should want to go. Okay, so oh, what's wrong with my hands? Oh, those aren't meant to bend that way. So I've taken a nap to get past the nighttime phase of the game where I literally can't see anything. I don't know why this ladder's disabled. Maybe ladder code just hasn't been ported over yet. That's the only thing I can think to explain it, but that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Whatever the situation is, we can't go up to the observatory yet. Not really sure where we got the new rocket from. Huh. That's an interesting idea. I want to see if I can get through whatever that hole leads to. But aside from that, I'm not really seeing any landmarks that imply there's something around. Probably just gonna fall to my death doing this, but let's look over here. So that tunnel area is the only thing I can think of. It's so close to the glow wheels, like I feel like I've swam through this area. So I don't think it's gonna be anything. I'm gonna see if I can find some sort of guide online, some sort of checklist to look up things on. I don't know how to explore in a meaningful fashion with either a compass and so much of the world being clearly unfinished. I feel like I've seen most that there is to see without looking anything up. And I've got no idea where the ice worm Leviathan is. Actually, if I had to take a... They were going to give me a snowmobile. It could be on land. There's a lot of land around. They went through the effort of making that alien base on one of these mountains. Okay, so I've actually went online to look things up. I've gotten a little bit spoiled. I kind of know what an ice worm looks like. It looks like ice and a worm. It's blue and long, like fucking big surprise. I didn't look too closely, so I'm not that spoiled. And the main reason that I mention this is I'm kind of mad as hell there's so many videos like, dude, the ice worm Leviathan, they spawned it in with console commands. It's literally not in the fucking game. As far as I can tell from the wiki, the only thing I haven't found is there's a completely unfinished biome called Glacier that has that skeleton mentioned in the notepad from earlier. So actually, it looks like we're basically done. We've done pretty much all there is to do in Below Zero in this build. And I've really enjoyed doing it. Like, I actually think most of what I've seen is beautiful and amazing. The areas that are finished are awesome, and the areas that are unfinished show a lot of potential. You should get the compass earlier. I definitely think not having the compass at this point is a really bad design decision, because when you're underwater constantly beneath the ice sheets, you can't orient yourself by anything, so not having a compass feels really bad. But except for that, I have, like, almost no criticisms. Their land textures are bad. They know this. They played their own game. They've made it. They can see this and be like, oh yeah, that's tiling. It's not as bad as it was in Subnautica 1, but it's still bad. And some of them are clearly unfinished and worse. Like, this is a lot worse than most of the other textures they have. I've really enjoyed playing this, but it seems like I'm actually done. Post in the comments if there's something I've actually missed, because Yeah, apparently the Ice Storm Leviathan's literally not in the game. You'd think, with having seen so many thumbnails spoiling it for me, that it existed, but no, that's not the case. So, as it stands, I've found the Sea Emperor, I've found the glow whales, I've been to all of the biomes that exist in any capacity, really. I've really enjoyed this. It's been really fun playing this. I look forward to the next actual content update, whenever that is. It's been good. It's been nice being back to Subnautica, being blind again. I look forward to whatever Below Zero holds next, but we're done for now. Hopefully we'll be back soon, though. Anyway, this has been Rather Incoherent. I hope you had a good time. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that shilly channel growth nonsense. I'll see you around.